Hi, in this guitar instruction video we're going to talk more about some music theory. In two of my previous videos I talked about music theory and I talked about triads in the key of C. We primarily focused on C major, C minor, and C seventh in my first video on music theory. Now, for some of you who have checked it out, I still hope you have your sheets. You made out your sheets where you want to, write out C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and put the numbers 1 through 8 or 1 underneath those letters. There's 8 notes in the scale. There's 7 different notes. Like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 12 tones or 12 keys in Western music. And quick recap, if you have the structures, triads for a major, they use the first, the third, and the fifth. Okay, and that's why you write the C, the E, and the G. And the same with the C minor. It's also a structure is the first note, the third note, and the fifth note, but you write C, E flat, G. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about the other two basic types of triads, okay, which are augmented and diminished. With an augmented triad chord, you play the first, the third, and you sharp the fifth. So you have the first in C, which is going to be a C. The third is the E. Having a hard time seeing today. And the G is the fifth, but it's sharp, so it's a G sharp. Okay, so it's easy enough to write out this information and the major and minor and seventh, and the major, minor and seventh, and over here we have the augmented. And we're going to work on the diminished. So once again, the augmented is the first, the third, and the fifth. The fifth is sharp, so we have C, E, G sharp. Now how do I play that on the guitar? Well, it's very easy. A lot of you know your open chords already, and you know how to make an F open chord. Just take that same F shape. If you don't know how to make it, your third finger's on the fourth string, third fret, your second finger's on the third string, second fret, and with your first finger, you're barring the first 2 strings on the first fret. Take that exact same shape and move it to the middle strings. So you're playing the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Just the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So that looks like an F open chord shape right there. So for the C augmented chord, put your third finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, your second finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and with your first finger, bar the 3rd and 2nd strings on the 1st fret. You can arpeggiate that, or just strum it, finger pick it. I suggest you use thumb, thumb, 1, 2, or even thumb, 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 1, 2, or thumb, 1, 2, 3. So it's a bright sounding triad. It's very bright sounding, very optimistic, positive. I've heard it described. So the other triad, basic triad structure I want to talk about is the C diminished. Now the C diminished has a 1, a flatted third, a flatted fifth, and a sixth. So if we write out our scale, what's the first note going to be? Obviously, if it's a C diminished, it's C. And then if we have, what's the third note in C? It's E. But it's going to be flatted. So we put the E and the flat. Then we go to the 5th tone in our C major scale, which is a G. But in the diminished triad, it's flatted. So it's a G flat. Finally, you have the 6th. So if you went C is the 1, D, E, F, G, A. You can go to that, or you could just count. You count your A as the 6th note, and a C diminished chord. C diminished chord. C, E flat, G flat, and A. The first, the flatted third, the flatted fifth, and the sixth. Now, what do I do about making a diminished chord? This is a little bit more difficult, but if you know how to make an open D, all right, just make that open D shape, and you add your fourth finger. So put the open D, put your first finger on the first fret, fourth string. Your third finger is going to be on the third string, second fret. Your second finger is going to be on the second string, first fret, and your pinky is on that F sharp note, which is on the first string, second fret. And that's cool. Now, I mentioned this in a different video when I talked about how to make augmented and diminished chords. You should check out that video too. But this is a famous little phrase that people would use in comedy, whether it would be cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry, or older films. You know, it kind of has that laughing wah, 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 wah. But what's really great about this chord, you can check, I know, I'm not a singer, but I'm going to sing a verse or two of Duke Ellington's Sophisticated Lady. And I'm going to show you how you can use this diminished chord. They say, into your early life the romance came, and in this heart of yours burned a flame that flickered one day and died away. Isn't that cool? So you could take that C diminished, slide up the same shape, keep that shape that I described. Your fourth finger's on the second fret, keep the same shape. Your fourth finger's on the fifth fret, first string. Now your fourth finger is on the eighth fret. Slide up, down to the 11th fret, keep that same shape. So, this is a C diminished chord, and all I'm doing is changing the voicing. They all have the same notes in there, but they're just arranged differently. But you can also call these diminished chords different names. So that's all I want to talk about today. I don't want to give you too much information, but a little bit by little bit, you're going to learn about this stuff, and it's good to understand theory because it is a foundation of music for any instrument, especially the guitar. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope you like and subscribe my channel. And if you got any questions, reach out to me. Have a great day and have fun.